we're passionate about it. Everyone that works here is passionate about what they do and do it because they love to.
Hello, it's Leo with Phoenix Magazine, and we're doing another Meet Your Makers video where I get to talk to the coolest makers in the Valley. And today we're here at C+D Industries with the lovely Dawn. Hi, Dawn.
Hi.
Thank you for having us.
Welcome. Thanks for coming out.
Yes. So we just wanted to get a little bit of information about your background as a business. I know you started with, wood furniture with cool little insets, so maybe you could talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we started with a really cool modular table that has a cooler for ice and drinks when you're entertaining. Then you can cover it completely, so you could use it as a regular table and modulate all the pieces. You could also add a fire insert, and then you could also inset food trays.
Oh.
So you can line up taco bar or family style meal as well. So it was really fun. That's how we got started. And now we do anything wood and metal. We can create anything commercial, residential, restaurants, any type of metal. We fabricate and weld, and any type of wood, anything custom. We can design something for you, or you can come up with your own design, and we can walk you through the process for that.
So the showroom, whenever a customer comes here, this is where, we kind of figure out your wants, your needs, your color palette, kind of what woods you gravitate more towards, like lighter tones, darker tones. And from there, we come up with the best design and piece to fit your space.
We started this just kind of doing DIY projects, and just our creativity just kind of flowed from there. We had day jobs, and now we completely do this full time. We have a staff and this big, beautiful space in downtown Glendale where we get to be creative and make all these fun items.
So who was the woodworker one, or were you both kind of interested in that?
I did a lot of the woodworking.
Very
And
cool.
Chase did the metal fabricating and a lot of the heavy lifting.
But what a cool blending of your guys' interests. And so did it kind of spark from your own desire to have maybe a more livable, entertaining solution, when you were having friends over?
It did, actually. We were looking for something we just couldn't find. And that evolved into, well, we can make it and we create it. And so that's kind of our whole style. Everything that we decide we want to put into our home, we end up creating and making, and it ends up being a product that we usually utilize.
This is kind of our assembly area, staging area for various projects. Cool thing, our offices are shipping containers.
That's so cool.
We cut a shipping container in half.
Your style seems a little bit, it's like industrial chic, but I would say a little more emphasis on the chic than some things I've seen. So can you talk a little bit about that and how your kind of personal aesthetic as a company has developed?
Yeah, back when we started, we were seeing a lot of wood on wood, not a lot of wood and metal combination, and we love that industrial look. Over the years, we've seen things get more refined, just kind of the trend in design. We go to a lot of trade shows, big furniture trade shows, and furniture markets where buyers are coming from all over the world, and you see a lot of things trending, which is now going towards a little bit more of a rustic refined, I would call it. People still like that wood and metal combination, but it is a little bit more refined woods, walnuts, and mahoganies, and some other exotic woods, even live edge. We can do any of that.
This is kind of our wood area. We've got Chris working on a piece there, but there's different glue ups going on, and he's getting ready to put some finish on.
There's been a lot of marble, a lot of grays and whites in design, and that wood does give a nice pop of warmth.
We'll go around the next corner too, and I'll show you guys the metal shop. These are some bar stools. There's an example of that in the showroom. This is curving here. But we've got, different tools and equipment. And this is just beginning stages of one of those.
How long ago did you decide to turn it into a business? And when were you able to transfer it to your full-time jobs?
So we started out just sort of doing these things about 10 years ago, And I think it was 8 or 9 years ago that we created the business.
Mhm.
So it wasn't long after that we started that we really turned it into a business. And then probably 3 years into that, it became full-time for Chase. We were featured in Phoenix Home and Garden,
Our
which
sister
was
publication, yes.
Yes, exactly. And a widely read and cherished publication by so many people. And that kind of launched us into another level of fabricating. And we got probably a 36,000 square foot space after that. And he was doing it full time. And then there was another feature a year or two later, also in the magazine. And that's when I left my full-time job in healthcare. And then we decided we needed even more space, and we landed here in downtown Glendale. We've got everything we need here. It's pretty perfect of an industrial local manufacturing, which is rare. You know, most people buy things online that are mass produced. So it's really neat to come here and purchase something locally that you can watch the manufacturing process. You could meet the people doing it, you can see how we do it. It's really a neat experience when you buy something that's manufactured locally.
You know, a lot of that stuff that's mass produced, it looks great for about 5 minutes, looks great in the photo, but the second you apply life to any of those pieces, they fall apart. So, you know, if you think of how many times you rebuy something versus, you know, just spending a little bit more, doing it once, buying it right the first time, and you've got an heirloom piece that you're passing down at that point.
What are some local businesses that you love that you want to give a little shout out to?
Well, here in the downtown, we love Black Sheep Coffee and the various pizza shop, Pizzeria Al Forno, Pizza Aroma, German restaurant is fantastic.
House Murphy's. I grew up
Murphy's,
going
yes,
there. Yes.
Yes. Auntie Anne pedal cars. Living in Glendale, it meant so much for us to live and work in the same location. We wanted to get to know our customers and our neighbors and integrate all of that with the city government and economic development and really help drive an entire community right where we live. So it didn't matter to us so much that we went to where everybody else was doing something, but that we really were making a difference in our own community.